All right, so moving right along. Mistake number 6, keeping the current layout of your old kitchen design and your new kitchen design 100% identical. And what I mean by that is you may have been in this kitchen for a while, a few years, and you're used to the refrigerator and the stove being in the same spot. You're used to the dishwasher being on the right side or the left side. And keep in mind too that this kitchen may have been designed for somebody else and not for you. So for instance, you might have, you could have a galley kitchen where you have your stove right across from your sink and your refrigerator here, or you may have a U-shaped kitchen where you have your sink on one wall, your stove on the other wall, and the refrigerator on the other wall. Well, don't be afraid to move things around a little bit. You can have, roll-out trays, pots and pans, cabinets, things like that. Years ago, I had a couple I was working with. They had 3 kids, and their kids were all grown now. And the new kitchen that they did, the new design they did, was in the exact same footprint of the current kitchen design. And by footprint, I mean this. The kitchen footprint is where your current cabinets are laid out. So if you're replacing the existing footprint, you would put the cabinets in the exact same spot, which is, that happens quite a bit because, you have flooring issues, spacing issues, things like that. But what these folks did was they had the exact same cabinets with the exact same door style pretty much into the new design. So, but it was just what they were used to. And I kept telling them, this layout may have worked well when you were raising your family, but now your kids are grown and gone. Now you can make this kitchen exactly how you want it to be. And they kept the footprint the same, they kept the door style the same, the design the same. So when the new design got done, they had the exact same kitchen pretty much, except the cabinets were 30 years newer. Mistake number 7, biting off more than you can chew while not taking things one bite at a time. What I mean by that is some people have in mind to do a bath remodel and a kitchen remodel, and they might think, oh, well, let's do them all at the same time. Well, keep in mind that you're going to have, if you're doing a bath remodel, more than likely you're going to be replacing the vanity, the bathtub, the toilet, maybe the shower. Believe me that bath remodels can be just as detailed and time sensitive as kitchen remodels. So what you want to do, but you don't want to bite off more than you can chew by doing 2 remodels at once. You want to focus on doing the kitchen remodel first or second, and then doing the next remodel after that. You never really want to mix the two. I've seen this happen with disastrous consequences a few times for folks that rip everything out, especially if you only have one toilet in your house. That's going to be absolutely horrible. Because especially these days with the shipping issues and some supply delay issues, you could be weeks and weeks without a kitchen or some parts for your bathroom. Mistake number 8, choosing a kitchen designer that you're not comfortable with or compatible with. Think of this when you meet your kitchen designer. If you've ever purchased a new automobile, you're buying the same automobile, but it's from a different salesperson. So what I mean by that is, in my experience, some of the sales folks that I've worked with, I've actually clicked with, and some I haven't clicked with. The ones I've clicked with, it's been a much more enjoyable experience to work with. Keep in mind that in your kitchen remodel, you're going to be spending about a good 10 to 14 hours at least with this kitchen designer, so you're going to get to know them very well. They'll probably get to know your family. They may even become a friend of the family. So you really want to find a kitchen designer that you can click with. Most people are perceptive, and you should be able to find a kitchen designer and know right away within the first few minutes of meeting them whether or not you're going to be able to gel with them. Mistake number 9, Doing your kitchen remodel too close to holidays or family events. Here's what you don't want to do. Um, in the timeline, the kitchen remodel timeline, and there will be a future video on this too, I just haven't made it yet. The average kitchen remodel takes anywhere from a good 4 to 5 months. Now this is if you're doing a complete gut and you're not just updating the countertops and the handles and knobs. If you're doing a complete gut where all the cabinets come out and new cabinets get put in, you're looking at a good at least 4 to 5 months of having this remodel continue. What you don't want to do is you don't want to put that too close to the holidays, because you very well could be without a kitchen or a countertop when all the family shows up from out of state to visit you for the holidays. Now, there are two main kitchen remodel seasons that I have seen in my career. The first one is tax season, usually when everybody gets their tax refunds back. That's when they have all this cash and they want to do these remodels. Everybody's just getting out of the winter doldrums and they want to just freshen up the house. So that's the first one. But the busiest one, in my opinion, is unofficially September 1st. That's when the busiest kitchen remodel season kicks off. And that's due to all of the vacations being done. The kids are back in school. Everybody wants to freshen up the house for the holidays before all the friends and family come over. If you start any later than September 1st doing this, you're probably not going to have your remodel done by the time Thanksgiving hits, Christmas hits. Also, there's New Year, so there's a few weeks there where the industry pretty much just kind of shuts down. So keep that in mind too. Family events. You don't want to sit there and plan your kitchen remodel around weddings or out-of-state weddings, out-of-state vacations you may have to go to, family visits. Some folks I know I worked with several years ago, two very busy professionals. When they started their kitchen remodel, they had very little time. And what had happened over the course of their remodel, and during their remodel, I mean, the drywall was ripped out, they had new lighting put in, a new window put in, so they were pretty much doing everything they possibly could. What had happened with their family is they had two deaths in their family of separate events at different times. So over the course of the kitchen remodel, things kept getting delayed because they had to watch their grandchildren for a while, and their kitchen remodel ended up taking longer than a year. It just sort of dragged on and dragged on and dragged on, and from start of the design to finish, when that last nail was put in, it was over 1 year, and it was no fault of their own. It was just something that they got sucked into. They kind of got sucked into crazy, and that happens in life sometimes. So you really want to plan accordingly for these events. For the events you know about, you want to make sure you avoid those. Mistake number 10, buying a kitchen that doesn't have the KCMA's certification. Now, the KCMA is the Kitchen Cabinet Manufacturer Association. They are a group that tests kitchen cabinet brands. If you're familiar with Consumer Reports, think of the KCMA as the Consumer Reports for kitchen cabinets, where they will actually run them through a battery of tests. You can easily Google the KCMA and take a look at some of the tests that they run. They're actually pretty cool. One of the tests are they'll take I think it's a 3-pound ball, and they drop it from, I think, 15 feet in the air into the bottom of a drawer box and try to blow the bottom of the drawer box out. One of the other tests they do is they will actually put a cabinet in the freezer at, I think, 30 degrees and for a half hour, and then they pull it out and they put it in an oven at 120 for a half hour, and then back in the freezer for a half hour. And what they're trying to do there is they're trying to see if the fit or finish will actually peel off of the cabinets. So it's actually a pretty cool test that they run. Now, most cabinets that I know of are KCMA certified. The KCMA certification, you will find that on cabinets that are very inexpensive, medium expensive, and the most expensive. So just because a cabinet might be on the shelf at the store doesn't mean it's junk. It could be KCMA certified. Same with cabinets that you have to order and wait a few weeks for them to put together, or even custom cabinets that you can have made. But that's one of the things you definitely want. Without the KCMA certification, your cabinets won't really you won't be able to sleep well at night as far as your cabinets being of good quality. And on a side note here, even though a cabinet can have the KCMA certification, the manufacturers will place different lengths of warranties on the cabinets. Some cabinets will feature a 3-year warranty, some a 5-year warranty, some a lifetime warranty. So you can have cabinets that are KCMA certified and have different types of warranties from the cabinets. Some cabinet manufacturers only make cabinets that are a builder grade or a little bit higher than a builder grade, or just off the shelf, cash and carry type of grade. So I hope that helps you in making your decisions. And if you have any comments or questions, leave them below and I'll do my best to answer them.